Good morning, everybody. Pretty Bird was bird watching. You watching the birdies, Pretty Bird? Yeah, you hear the birdies? What are they doing? Huh? Oh, yeah? You see the jets? You see some jets up in the sky? Hmm? Are you coming? What? What are you doing? It's okay. Come on. Come to Mama. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Mama's here. There she is. Good bird. You're okay. You're okay. Good bird. Say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. So, Pretty Bird's doing well, but I owe you guys an explanation about Pikachu and what happened and the story time that I promised you guys a while back. So, Pikachu was due to have his nails clipped and his beak trimmed. And it's something that you do on a regular basis every so many weeks for your parrots, if you own parrots, especially because their beaks, they grow nonstop, and they need to be trimmed, and so do their nails. Well, when my husband took him outside to take him to the car, there was a split second where something went wrong. Pikachu got away, and he took off. Now, at this point, as of well, that was the day before yesterday, so Wednesday morning, I had an extremely important appointment that I had to be at by 1:30, and this all happened at around 1 a.m. in the morning, and so we were like, figured, we're gonna get him back, right? So we're gonna go searching for him right now. Like, we were really worried, but we were hoping that the relationship that we have with him would be enough to get him back. So, come on, Pretty Bird, let's go to the water. Come on. Come on, baby. You coming? Come on. There you are. Big Bird. Come on. Let's get that bandana off of you. There you go. Are you coming? Pretty. Come on. Play. Come on. Anyways, so at this point, Pikachu got away, and he's fully flighted at this moment because, well, he doesn't go outside, and but we also don't do free flight. We do like, he's allowed to fly around the house. We have like these bug nets in front of our windows, so even if they're open, they're still closed. And we don't like open the front door if the birds are out. So we never really had a concern before about him getting away. And at this point, we were kind of, shocked and scared. And so my daughter, she runs inside. She tells me that Daddy said that Pikachu had gotten away. We were about to leave the house, by the way, and we were bringing him with us to take him to the pet store, to Pratt's Pets, actually. And at this point, we're all scared, we're all terrified, and my husband said that he had flown into one of the trees, and it was a very tall tree. And I don't have any footage of what happened, simply because, to be honest, I was more concerned with getting my baby back than to document what was going on. But this went on forever. He was up in his tree for I want to say about an hour and a half. So we're trying to get him down, and I actually climbed all the way up into this giant tree. Um, and he he was trying to climb down to me, like he was coming towards me, and he went to fly like a short distance to come fly to me. And in that very moment, there was a dove in the area, and I'm guessing they had a nest somewhere near or something. I don't know, but there was a dove really nearby, and she attacked him in mid-flight. Um, of course, freaking him out because this has never happened to him before. He's outside. He's terrified. He's in a tree. It's like in like about 100 degrees outside, and at this point, what do you hear? At this point, Pikachu gets scared so much by this dove, he takes off. And I mean, like he takes off. Like, you know, when you see a bird like fly in the sky, and they're flying like super high, but you can still kind of see like you can see all the details, kind of guess it is like a brown bird or something, right? But they're pretty high up. Yeah, that was Pikachu. So we're just like in the middle of the road, yelling his name, like Pika, Pikachu, and he was circling us, thank goodness. Um, but he didn't seem to know how to land, and I'm guessing it was because of the updraft that was because the wind was pretty strong on that day, and I think the updraft was kind of throwing him off because he's not used to that. He's a good flyer inside, but that's not anything to compare, you know, to outside where you have wind and other things and animals and distractions and cars. So at one point, he's flying really high, and he notices these children, these couple of girls that are riding on their bikes, and he actually attempted to land on them, and my husband and I, we were like, "Can you guys just slow down real quick?" You know, like he's trying to land, and they kind of just chuckled and kept riding. And I don't blame them. You know, it's not their bird. It's not their concern. They may have been scared or something. He's not a big bird, but you never know. Um, we are strangers. We were strangers to those children, so they had no obligation. But they didn't slow down. They kind of chuckled and they sped up. And of course, Pikachu flew right back up into the sky. And again, we're calling for him until he finally ended up landing in a tree that was actually very similar to that tree right there. And let me see. This branch that you see right here, this very long one that goes down, that's kind of the area where Pikachu was in, but a lot more tree up there. And it's not this tree, but this is kind of how the tree was built. So we actually attempted to climb up, but there was nothing to balance us up this way. And I'm just simply not that good of a climber, and my husband is 100% disabled veteran and has multiple injuries that make it very difficult and very painful for him. He actually attempted because he cares about our birdie so much too, and he ended up hurting himself in the process, but he's okay. Um, so time goes by, and now it's noon. Um, no, wait, it's 1 o'clock actually, and now we're coming close to an appointment that I could not miss. Like when I say I couldn't miss it, I mean it would have had dire consequences on something very important. Um, like not something that I could fix or excuse. Um, no, nothing in a sense of legal or nothing that would affect my children negatively, but just something where I just could not miss the appointment. Um, and so I had to go. And we had my husband. He stayed out there. I got a ride to my appointment, and I was gone for an hour. Now Pikachu is more attached to my husband than me, so in that sense, the fact that my husband was still there was good. And the good thing is that, you know, I mean, I cried when I had to leave because I was just, there was a part of me that was very much convinced that I was going to come, like he was going to be gone by the time I come back. and that my husband was gonna tell me like he flew off, like that's it. And we even like we tried like we brought my son out, and like Pikachu attempted to come down and land on him and freaked out again, was attacked by another bird, by a little bird. And you see the birdies? Pretty birds bird watching. But it was so stressful and so scary. Like I thought it was it. Like he sometimes would make these giant circles behind the houses and stuff, and we thought he was just gonna take off at this point, and he didn't. He would circle back around and then try to land somewhere near us, but he kept landing in areas where just it was nowhere we could reach him. We had a ladder. We were on the phone with Ace Hardware, who were actually willing to let us purchase a ladder and then return it, one of those giant ones. And so I get back after about an hour from my appointment. And whoa, what is it? Are you okay? Are you okay? What happened? I get back after about an hour from my appointment, and at this point, I'm just so happy because Pikachu is still there. He's still up in the tree, and well, I mean, I wasn't happy he was still in the tree, but I was happy he was still there. He hadn't left, and it was like he was waiting. And right after I got back, we were all calling him, all four of us, and we're just like standing on the street like idiots. It's been 3 hours at this point of our family like standing outside. You know, me less than an hour, me 2 hours, but the four of us for almost 3 hours. Well, actually, a little over 3 hours total, where we're just the entire time outside, just yelling up into a tree like "Pika, Pikachu!" You know, trying to get him to fly down. We're like, fly, fly, come on, baby. Like, just like, are you coming? Come on, baby. Like, just screaming at him. And I mean, I cried when I had to leave. Like, I did not want to leave. Like, if there was anything I could have done about that stupid appointment, I would have done it. But basically, um, we ended up calling him right after I got back again with the whole family. And I don't know what it was in that very moment when we called him with the whole family. I was on the phone with Ace Hardware, and they were agreeing to let us purchase a ladder and let us return it. One of those giant extension ones, the ones that are like 25, 30 feet tall that you like lean on the house or something. And at that very moment, Pikachu flies and he lands on the roof of a one-story. My husband goes to run to grab the ladder um, from across the street, and well, not run, but he's hurrying to go get the ladder while I'm talking to Pikachu, and I've got my hands up and I'm like, come here, babe. And he flies in a circle around me and he lands on the floor next to me. Now keep in mind, he was out there for over 3 hours in super high temperatures, and I was so worried about him. Like, I mean, he was panting, he was exhausted. We got him into the AC right away, we got him home right away. We are so glad. I mean, we had such a scare that we were going to lose him forever, but we were just so glad that we got him back. And sorry, it's hot out here. And he we just got really lucky because these birds don't usually, they usually get distracted. You know, once they get attacked by another wild bird, or they get scared by something, you know, a car, distracted by anything, you know, a plane or something, they're gone. You know, they get confused, they get disoriented, and they're gone. They're scared. They're house animals. You know, they don't go outside. So, needless to say, that all was Wednesday, and we had him back by um, like about close to 3 o'clock. We finally had him back inside, and he drank a bunch of water. We kept a very close eye on him. He was in the AC to cool down, and he was enjoying it, obviously. He went to sleep, had a long nap on Daddy, and we made sure to keep an eye on him until he was eating and drinking regularly, and had returned back to his normal self. And as of yesterday, Pikachu is no longer fully flighted. um, we did take him to Pratt's Pets, and they did a what is called like a show cut, which basically means that he'll be able to fly from like his purchase to like the couch or to the bed, but or like to his cage, but he will no longer be able to fly like long distances and like sustained flight for a long period of time, which will prevent him from, say, like flying super far up into the sky, say, if he ever did get out, like through a door or a window or something. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Accidents happen, like they did with us. Like, um, but I feel horrible that he'd gotten out, and I just we're so lucky that we got him back. Like, the chances of that happening are just so low. And I even called the police department and the fire department, and to ask them if there's and well, not the police department. I called the animal control department, like animal people, and they told me, which for some reason the police answered the phone, and then they said yes, they are animal control. I don't know, it was confusing. Um, and I called the non-emergency fire department, and they directed me to the animal control and gave me their number. And then I called the police, and both of them gave me pretty much the same answer, that they simply don't have the resources to help animals like this. That, if it was like a dog or something like that, be different, but they don't have the resources for birds. So that big, I guess that rumor about calling the fire department to get your parrot out of the tree. What are you doing? You see the birdies? um, that rumor about calling the fire department to get your bird out of a tree. Don't rely on it. What are you doing, birdie? I've got birds dropping stuff down on us over here. Um, don't rely on that being a fact. Um, and if you have a bird and it gets away, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, call them about renting a ladder, call them about being able to purchase what their return policies are. If your bird's up in a tree or up on a house. And also the other places I was trying were landscaping companies that were supposed to be getting back to me, but about coming down. But that all was like, they couldn't come out right away because they had appointments, and so they would have come out a little later. But we got them back before that could happen. So just if this ever happens to you guys. So I hope you guys won't judge me too harshly. This was definitely an accident. We love our animals dearly. Um, we don't want to lose any of them. And that is also why we're going to go ahead and keep Pikachu and the other cockatiels clipped, and keep Pretty Bird trimmed a little to make it so they can't fly all the way up into the sky, so that we don't lose them in the future. Um, Thank you guys for watching today for story time. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about our very terrifying adventure, and maybe even learned something about it or from it. Ow. Kneeling for too long. Anyways, um, and in the end, just know that next time you look at a video of Pikachu, um, remember that he's lucky to be back home, and we're lucky to have him. He's our baby. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And it's actually a good thing that we have been training him to fly towards us on command inside the home, which we had only started that training a little while ago. So, and that actually, I believe, is part of the reason why he stuck around and why he ever even came back. So if you have a parrot or a bird, I suggest you teach them um, to respond to you on command, like to come fly to you. Like, as one of the things that like is just an important thing for them to know is to come to you on command, and maybe even teach them free flight, even if you're not planning on doing that, which basically means to let your parrot fly outside and they come back to you on command. It's called free flight. You can train your parrot to do that in a safe environment. It takes a long time and a lot of steps for them to learn that, but you might be able to do that, and that could really prevent you losing your bird. Um, doesn't mean you have to take them out for free flight. That's something that, in my opinion, is scary, because my cockatiels are little and would be easy prey for like an owl or a hawk or an eagle, which we have around here, obviously. Look at that, we got a visitor. I said little birdie. You see the birdie, Pretty Bird? Pretty Bird seeing a birdie. Anyways, y'all, if you enjoyed watching this video and hearing about our very scary adventure, please do hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for future content, to see Pretty Bird and our cockatiels, and to see how Pikachu is doing. And share the video with your friends and family. Leave us a comment. And yeah, that's it. All right. We love y'all. And we'll see you in a little bit for another video of just Pretty Bird in the puddle. All right, Pretty Bird? You tell him? So we're going to get in the puddle now. You ready to get in the puddle, Pretty Bird? You ready to get in the puddle? Huh? You want to get in the puddle? You go play? Yeah. All right, y'all. See you soon. Bye.